Hallo, assalamu alaikum, good morning, khushamdeed ji, ayanu goeiemorgen, ishpata.
Begheragele, ni hao, tune shumme, washmale, ohio gonzaimas, guten morgen, hola, boyor, privyet, kaifa hal, hale shuma chatore, ahlan wasalan, marhaba, buna, mucho, gracias, swabia, bhalli kereaya. And for everybody who's tuned into PTV World, you're definitely watching World this morning. But let me congratulate you all on this very amazing 25th of December, where we are celebrating the Quaid-e-Azam Day, and not just that, alongside that, a very happy Christmas to everybody out there. Ladies and gentlemen, with me, the very Christmassy, we have the very amazing Shiza Hashmi, and I happen to be Shahzad Hasan Khan. Hello Shiza, how are you feeling today?
Absolutely great, and a little too ecstatic as well, first of all, because yes, it's such an important day. We'd like to congratulate all of those people who are celebrating Christmas on this day, and to all the Pakistanis who are, of course, reminiscing, commemorating and remembering our hero, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. But of course, while we do that, I'm so happy, Shahzad, that we're doing this transmission on a weekend, because we usually don't do that. But we're so happy to be sharing this day with you guys. We have an absolutely amazing show lined up for you. So to begin, without any further ado, yes?
Yes, to begin, ladies and gentlemen, I think I would actually like to thank our bosses and the entire organization who've always given us an opportunity to kind of be in front of you people, because on Saturdays and Sundays, we really do not do our show, you know, so it's from Monday to Friday. So it, at the same time, makes us feel really very important on this very important day as well. So we hope and pray that, you know, that this journey of yours with us, which is going to be visually very enriching, but we want it to be, I think, literature-wise enriching for you as well, which is why we've actually invited the youth of Pakistan. Well, not really. I think the future of Pakistan and people who will actually guide us through and will let us know what Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah left behind for us. So in the first phase of the program, we'll definitely talk about Baba-e-Qaum, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, or Muhammad Ali Jinnah Bhai, ladies and gentlemen, who actually happened to be a British Indian from back in 18th century till 1947, and then from 1947 till 48, till the time he actually was on the deathbed as well. Obviously, he was a Pakistani, ladies and gentlemen. And today is the time, and we always say that you know, it's always about creating the ripple effect to kind of memorize or kind of go back in time and kind of visualize his actions to see whether we are on the same track or not.
Absolutely, yes, I totally agree with you. We do have a small report to, let's take a look at it together and learn about the history, the journey of the life of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah as well. When we come back, we will have a very fruitful discussion. I promise you that.
Let's do that.
In life and the property and the religious belief should be fully protected by the state at any cost.
25th of December 1876, the day when Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah was born, a proud nation was destined to come into being. We are blessed to have opened eyes in a free environment bestowed upon us by God through his chosen personality, who was none other than our beloved Quaid. He had a vision for the Muslims of the subcontinent, which got translated in the shape of Pakistan. Therefore, there is no other pleasure more real to us as a nation than the commemoration of his birthday. We owe immense gratitude, love and devotion towards our beloved leader, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. In the modern history of mankind, there are few people who garnered such a wide popularity as our Quaid did. His determination to carve a nation out of chaos and relentless deprivation was miraculous and undefeatable against all odds and challenges. He had a firm faith in God and his Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, which guided him through a long journey. He is a role model for Muslims of whole world because of the universal vision he instilled in the creation of Pakistan, with the adorable actions which spoke louder than words. Today, we all must pay a befitting homage to our great Quaid by following his footsteps in all walks of our lives. Let us live the Quaid's ideals of unity, faith and discipline with a renewed national spirit, so that we make this country rise above all seen and unseen challenges. Together, let us beseech Allah that He grants us strength to realize our destiny of becoming the strongest nation on earth, as rightly visualized by our Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah.
Where are you going?
To Pakistan.
Pakistan was made for you.
Pakistan!
And
Failure
ladies and
is
gentlemen, yes, since we gathered over here to celebrate Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah's birth anniversary, I think, because we have already decided that Shiza actually wanted to say something, but I was like, okay,
We're
I
both
need
so
to ask you
excited,
something.
yes.
So you say what you wanted to say first, and then I'll ask you what I wanted to
Well,
ask.
I really just wanted to sort of wrap up the report that we just saw, and how his words, failure is a word unknown to me, is why we have Pakistan today as well, right? Otherwise, the concept of the nationality of Pakistan, being a Pakistani and having a land to ourselves, being able to go anywhere in the world and be like, this is where I belong to, that wouldn't have existed without him.
Exactly.
So I think we really have to be thankful for it.
Exactly, we are, which is why, ladies and gentlemen, we are over here gathered today to make sure that we kind of, are in line with his vision and what he wanted for the future generations to do for their motherland. Now, before we very quickly introduce our guest, Shiza,
Yeah,
I
you
just
have a
have a simple
question.
question. Well, it's not really a question. Let's see what you stand by, and it's because of the fact that,
Pressure.
so we have heard so many speeches of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. We have seen what the messages he gave away to the people who were younger, and how we have had historians over here on the show who have actually in person seen Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah and has been to all of those congregations he was there at. So now what I wanted to ask was, what are those words from his life which you have made sure that you're going to stand by, or probably you've learned from?
All right. Okay, this is a very
A
interesting
quotation
question.
or anything.
While everything he said is so, of course, wisdomous, and we can take so much out of that, one particular incident that really sort of sticks with me, and I really hope that that becomes a culture too. So in one of Asghar Khan's book, he quoted Quaid-e-Azam and said right after Pakistan was made, and there was a banquet happening or something, and Quaid-e-Azam said to the soldiers and the bureaucracy of that time that you are here to serve the nation rather than be the bosses or, be the kings themselves, which is a sentiment that is so true to a democratic nation. So I feel like in that time, even when the country was so young, he had the vision of how democracy should be.
Exactly. Well, that's wonderful, and thank you very much for saying that. But there are two things which I kind of look forward to, and that is where, in a speech he said that, people from colleges shouldn't actually be participating in political activities. And then there's one more thing as well, that whenever there used to be a congregation or a gathering or a jalsa, ladies and gentlemen, he would always say that students are not allowed to come in till the time their school is being shut. So after the chutti time, they can always come as well. And then one more thing, and that is, so Quaid-e-Azam used to say that I take a decision and then make it right. And I think that has always worked out for all of us as well. But now, ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, where are we in terms of his vision? To discuss that, we're very lucky that we've actually been joined by a historian himself. I just love the fact that this gentleman always have a lot of time for us, and thank you very much in the first place, sir, for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, he happens to be Professor Dr. Abdul Basit Mujahid Saab. Hello, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
And a very happy Quaid Day.
Same to you.
And a happy
Same to
Christmas.
our all audience.
Thank you very much, sir. Once again, alongside him, ladies and gentlemen, we have those people over here in the studios who will be taking on the responsibilities of this motherland, inshallah, in years to come. He, in my, whatever I know about him, I think that he's a leader. He's going to be a political activist in a few years to come as well. He's a very bright, sharp child, ladies and gentlemen. He is Mr. Hashir Salat. Hello, assalamu alaikum, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah, and it's good to be here, and thank you for the PTV people for letting me come here and giving me a chance to participate in their programs. Thank you.
Thank you very much, thank you very much for calling us PTV people. It's an honor for us as well. Cute. And last but not the least, ladies and gentlemen, we once again have somebody with us who's very cute. She's very vibrant.
So talented.
She actually has a lot of talent in her as well, and she's still experiencing it, and she will share a bit of her talent with us today. So ladies and gentlemen, another glimpse of a beautifully talented Pakistani youngster child over here who can do wonders when she's going to grow up as well. And she happens to be Miss Hania Altaf Khan. Hello, Hania. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning.
Walaikum assalam. Good morning to you too.
Thank you very much for joining us. And you know that your smile has actually made everyone's morning very beautiful today. So thank you very much for being with us.
It's my pleasure to be on the show here, and thank you very much for the compliment.
Thank you very much once again. That's wonderful. We're off to a great start. So,
Absolutely.
Mujahid Saab, sir, मैं आपके साथ गुफ्तगू का सिलसिला बढ़ाना चाहूँगा आज.
Bismillah.
हमारी ज़ुबान है उर्दू, alhamdulillah. But sir, what I want to know is, obviously, when we talk about Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, there might be a lot of things which we might have just kind of surfed through, and we were not able to instill them as a society within us and amongst us as well. What were those core values the father of the nation wanted us to carry forward?
In fact, Quaid-e-Azam is Quaid-e-Azam, and he is towering personality, confident personality, committed personality, and most important is that not only the followers, we, but the enemies from whom he snatched this land for us. Lord Mountbatten said about him that Muhammad Ali Jinnah is unpurchasable. So this is what Quaid-e-Azam was, and from any aspect of life, if we peep through the personality of Quaid-e-Azam, we can see that he was so well dressed all the time, that even when he was in his last journey from Ziyarat to Karachi, at that time when they were shifting him in an ambulance, he said at that time that I must be properly dressed and properly prepared, because he was Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Quaid-e-Azam. And one thing more, he had a confidence not only in his own self, but on the Muslims of South Asia at that time. This was not even possible for people who were not thinking that would it be possible, but Alhamdulillah, Quaid made it possible. He just altered the map of the world, and before 1947, 14th August, there was no land named Pakistan.
Right.
And now we are proud Pakistanis, and we owe a lot of things, everything to Quaid-e-Azam.
Indeed, and thank you very much, sir, for saying that, because you know what, we actually have a smaller version of you over here in the studio with us, and I want to move on to him. And while you were actually kind of telling the entire world what Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah left behind for us, I think it's important that we kind of get to know how the future generations think of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. So Hashir Salar over here with us, ladies and gentlemen, he wants to actually kind of give away a speech, and that too on Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. So Hashir, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, so let's do it together.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I would like to thank Allah Almighty for His help, support, and guidance. And second of all, I would like to thank PTV administration for giving me a chance to come on PTV and participate here. It's a very big honor for me. Thank you. Today my topic is Quaid-e-Azam and the youth. Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, outstanding leader, a visionary man, considered this nation state of Pakistan based on legal and constitutional means with the power of the pen, speech, and vote. If you want to understand Pakistan, you have to understand Mr. Jinnah. Mr. Jinnah from a young age was disciplined in understanding the small world around him. The things which happened around him were his books. The events, public events happened around him were his books. And in the very young age of 16, he went to England to establish himself and make well connections there. After a while, he became interested to a barrister, and in Lincoln's got a place. And in the age of 21, he was called at the bar. And in the same year, he returned to India. Now, Mr. Jinnah holds a power which was unique. Being a barrister, an advocate, he was the uniquest, most intelligent person there. And he held another power, that was he could make the most complex of facts look simple and obvious. And people who disagreed with Jinnah would say Jinnah was a worthy man who could take the highest tradition at the bar and kept it in his honor. And Mr. Jinnah is always referred, or mostly referred, to be arrogant and brilliant. There's no doubt that he would never take much time to socialize with whom he had little in common. He was reserved in all his dealings. And Mr. Jinnah was a great man. He even paid great importance to the youth, to all of the youth in the world. He was so loved to the youth that he, on many occasions, said, and one of those public conferences in Dhaka, March 21, 1948, he said, "My young friends, students who are attending here, your biggest mistake of your life will be to be on one side or another side of a political party." He said that your job should be to firmly to yourself, to your state, to your parents, and into your studies, he said. And he loved the youth too much that he said on another occasion that, "My young friends, Pakistan is too proud to have youth like you all. As you are the nation's leaders of tomorrow, you need to work hard and be on the forefront of our nation, defend it, and work from your entire life for Pakistan." And Mr. Jinnah paid many tributes and paid a lot of attention at the public and educational health of Pakistan. In the educational conferences, he said at Karachi that our educational policies are not good. Pakistan needs to mobilize on lines so they can be matching with their culture, history, and their religion. He said we have to modernize and make it perfect like the other world's nations, great nations have.
Brilliant.
He has said that we need to make our nation great again, as a great nation that everyone looks up to. And Mr. Jinnah, he said on another occasion, he said, you are all Pakistanis, not Bengalis, not Punjabi, not Pathan, not Sindhi, and so on. You are Pakistani, and as a Pakistani, you should feel, act, and behave like a Pakistani, and nothing else. You should be proud to be a Pakistani.
Wow. Wonderful! Wow!
And
thank you so much.
I would like to end my speech by saying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gifted us a great leader in the form of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. And I pay tribute to him. Quaid, I salute you. Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah is a great man. And I would advise the youngsters, the people who are here, how to pay tribute by working hard, following his footsteps, and make Islam, Pakistan, a moderate, well-developed Islamic country.
Wonderful.
By his vision. And I'd like to end my speech by saying some words for Pakistan too. Teri talab, teri khushboo, tera namu bole, mere watan meri rag rag mein sirf tu bole. Quaid-e-Azam Zindabad, Pakistan Zindabad.
Zindabad, Zindabad. Wonderful, Hashim. You've done a great job, and I think that this speech will actually make waves as well. And for a lot of people out there, I think they're going to learn quite a lot from this one. Thank you very much. And thank you very much to that particular person who actually made you prepare all of this as well, and that too for us and for the entire nation.
And
Wonderful
you know
job.
how you spoke about how Quaid must have been so proud of the students then. We are so proud of you, and he must have been so proud of, you know, children like you if you are the future of Pakistan.
He's looking up from the skies, he's thanking us. He's being happy that his nation is prospering.
Yes, definitely, and that's what he wanted. And now moving on to you, Hania, you are mashallah so talented with your music. We know you have prepared something for Quaid, for Pakistan.
Yeah, because Millat ka pasban hai Muhammad Ali Jinnah. So Hania, take it away.
I have a small question though, because I do remember talking to you, and it's so cute though. I want you to tell people why you were so sad about Quaid having lived just 1 year in Pakistan. Yeah, let us know please. How do you feel about it?
Well, I feel really sad, and I miss him a lot because he created Pakistan and he made our dreams come true.
True. Yes, that is so true.
Wonderful, and such a wonderful feeling. Yeah, thank you very much for saying that. We all miss him.
So sweet. Okay, Millat ka pasban hai Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Let's do it.
Wow. Kids these days, wonderful, mashallah. Wow, that was so wonderful. I think I like the closing. I like the main bit of it, and the way you did play it. I think it was phenomenal. It was wonderful, and I wish that, you know, when I was a kid, I was able to do this. Wow, wonderful.
Thank you very much.
You have such a good grip on it as well. Well, we want you to keep coming, of course, and we want you to keep preparing newer songs and sharing with us as well. Before we actually do wrap up the segment, I want to hear from you, Professor Saab. When we talk about the vision of Quaid and how after more than 7 decades where we're standing as Pakistanis, Do you think we're in line with that? And if you were to describe his vision to the youngsters, what would it be?
ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਸਮਝਾਓ ਅੱਜ।
See, Hashir explained that very well, that Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, on August 11th, 1947, he directed us, advised us that we must not have any other identity other than Pakistani, whether it is ethnic or religious or anything. If we see ourselves, we are not following, unfortunately, properly Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah.
Okay.
If we have to follow in a real sense, so we all must have only this identity, Pakistani identity. And by just having here in this program Hashir and Hania, we can see our future is bright, alhamdulillah.
Yes.
They are taking this charge for our future time to come. But still, we have to focus more and more to understand what Quaid was saying to us. One thing more, Quaid was very much clear. People are referring to 11th August speech, but there was a 14th August speech as well. You see, this was transfer of power. Quaid-e-Azam was there, and Lord Mountbatten, the last viceroy of British viceroy into India, he suggested that to Pakistan and to father of the nation, that I hope you will follow Akbar the Great in tolerance.
Okay.
So that was Quaid-e-Azam, and he knew that thing, that this would be carried. So what he said, with sheer confidence, what he said, why Akbar the Great? We take this lesson of tolerance 13 and 500 years ago, 50 years ago, Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. So this was clarity of mind. So if we sum up Quaid-e-Azam, what sort of Quaid-e-Azam wanted this country to be?
Yeah.
Islamic welfare state. So see, Islamic comes first, then welfare, and then state.
Absolutely.
So if we want to follow, we must follow Quaid. How Quaid was dealing with the state affairs. See, when he was shifted to state house, state residence,
Yes.
there was something new was coming. So some furniture was also there. He was just watching the details of the furniture. There was one extra chair.
Okay.
He asked that this chair is for whom? The reply was, this is for Fatima Jinnah, Mother-e Millat.
Yes.
He said, no, this won't be from the state exchequer. This chair would be from my own kitty.
So honesty.
So this was Quaid-e-Azam. So we are very happy that we are living now in this independent state.
True.
Yes.
And I just suggest to all audience, not only for today, every day prayers, we must also pray for Baba-e-Qaum Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah.
Wonderful, sir. Thank you very much for being with us, and thank you very much for reminding us on what we really need to do. So we really need to be focusing on our religion in the first place, then how to do welfare activities, and then look after the state in the first place with all honesty and transparency. Thank you very much, Hashir. Thank you very much, Hania Bete, for being with us. Lovely to be in conversation with you all. And for everybody who's out there, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually heading out towards a short break. Don't go anywhere, because when you guys will come back, Shiza will actually sing you the Christmas song. Let's do that.
Absolutely, that's
Good
what we're gonna
morning.
do. Stay tuned.
Albert साहब सर please पूछिएगा, we're doing your mic check.
Mic check. Good morning.
Palvish आप बेटा please say something.
क्या बोलूं?
हाँ बताइए, और पीछे होके बैठ जाए थोड़ी सी स्ट्रेट, और
क्योंकि कैमरा
राहुल
वहाँ
प्लीज.
से आएगा ना तो
Hello,
आपके
hello, mic
बाल
check.
सारा आपका फेस छुपा देगा. हाँ
ठीक है.
राहुल भाई
Hello, hello, mic check.
बोल रहे हैं, राहुल भाई
Hello, hello, hello,
बोल रहे हैं.
mic
बोल
check.
रहे हैं.
Hello.
ठीक है. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Merry Christmas to everyone watching, and especially to all the people celebrating, not only in Pakistan, all over the globe. We do open into more than 40 countries. This is Shahzad Khan. I am Shiza Hashmi, and Shahzad over here is really ecstatic to sing us a Christmas carol.
Exactly, because ladies and gentlemen, before the break I said that she's actually going to sing us a carol as well, but she didn't. It's her choice, but she's wishing everybody happy Christmas. So, you know, everybody out there, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's a day of jubilation, it's a day of festivity, and it's a day of coming together, which we want the entire world to come together as well, which is why, first things first, we actually have a Pakistani based in America who's actually sung us, or even have sent us this very amazing carol all the way from USA as well, and that too on the occasion of Christmas. So we want to share that first, and then as soon as you guys are back, we have our Christian brethren over here in the studios with us who will be celebrating this Christmas with us. Let's do this. Let's hear the song.
कैसी सुहानी रात सजी है, कैसी सुहानी रात सजी है, हर लब पे अब बात यही है, हर लब पे अब बात यही है, बैतल हमके अंधेरों में फूल खिला जो, हाँ वो मसीह है, हम गाए होशाना, हम गाए होशाना, हम गाए होशाना, हम गाए होशाना. हाँ एक सितारे ने राह दिखाया, हाँ एक सितारे ने राह दिखाया, उस मुझसे के पास बुलाया, उस मुझसे के पास बुलाया, जिसमें निजाते इब्ने बशर है, जिसमें निजाते इब्ने बशर है, जिसमें जहां की अबदी खुशी.
Okay, this was so brilliant, and I actually really want to replay it again before we wrap up the show as
You
well.
will?
But without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be starting the discussion on Christmas particularly, and then how people are going to celebrate it in Pakistan, and especially in a pandemic. How do you celebrate festivities anyway? Let's talk about it.
Wow, I think that's wonderful. Thank you very much, Shiza, for giving me the lead. So first things first, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in love with this gentleman. He's a great guy. Great guy, and he happens to be the member National Commission for Minorities. He is Mr. Albert David. Hello, sir. Assalamu alaikum. Merry Christmas. How are you?
Merry
I'm
Christmas.
good. Thank you very much for having me again, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much for joining us. Wonderful to have you. And alongside him, ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that we've actually been joined by somebody who happens to be the instructor at Kamyab Plan as well. She is Miss Palvasha Bhatti. Hello, happy Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us. Wonderful to have you, and you look absolutely stunning on this very amazing festive occasion
Thank
of
you
Christmas.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much once again. Last but not the least, ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that once again we have been joined by somebody who happens to be the visiting faculty member of Barry University. He is Mr. Rahul Joshua. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Good morning and happy Christmas.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for having me. Merry Christmas to you as well.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you. Yes.
Yeah, we have to really thank you guys because you took time early in the morning on your special day to actually come on our show as well. Thank you for doing that. So I think, sir, we're going to start with you as always. A little, just a brief history to touch upon it as well. And then we move on to what are your plans for this time. So let us know, because we call it the joyous occasion,
It is.
It's a season to be jolly.
Exactly.
So what is it that makes it so joyous?
I mean, I think it's the message of Christmas which makes it so, joyous. The message of Christmas is peace.
Yes.
It is love. It is sharing. It is caring. And it is unconditional love. So that is what makes it very joyous, and it gets everyone together. All stratas of the society, we come together sort of on dinners, on different sort of occasions, and it's just celebrating that festivity together. And that was what the message of Christ was: love one another, take care of one another.
Wow.
So that's what basically
wonderful.
Christmas is.
Yeah, and where you said one another, it's been like 3 years in a row that you've been joining us on Christmas. Where's our gift, Why aren't we getting any gifts on Christmas? That's one thing I'm missing out on.
You are getting a gift. We've brought a special Christmas cake for you this time.
Yeah, wow, that's great. That's wonderful. Thank you very much for this good news. But sir, I have a question for you.
Sure.
So just like for me, so while I was in this age category of 10 till 20 or 25, I would always get Eidi from a Buoni and stuff like that. But ever since I surpassed 25, everybody started looking at me for Eidi. So did you receive any gifts on this Christmas?
Yes, it's a time when the children are young. I mean, they are Jawan now. So you expect gift from them.
And I do. Father, hey, we need to get something.
Yes, and I do get gifts.
Wow.
Do you give out a list?
Not really. They know what I need.
What's the best gift ever you've gotten?
Oh, I love cufflinks.
You love cufflinks?
I love cufflinks.
Show me the ones you're wearing right now.
They're very much Christmassy this time. It's with a cross.
Wow.
So nice.
That's superb.
So
and I like your
unique.
socks as well. So wonderful. I think you're on point as well. Let's move on to you, Pavusha. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
How's your Christmas going so far? Thank you very much for joining us early in the morning. Do you have to make, all the food and everything?
No, we'll go out.
Or does
for
Joshua help? Or does Joshua help?
He helps, but not today.
He does, but not today.
Okay, so you said you'll go out. So are there like some family traditions that you guys do every time whenever it's Christmas? So for example, very quickly I'll tell you, let's say Oreo dessert is a must-have on our Eid day. One of us has to make it no matter what. Are there similar family traditions that you guys do?
Yes, we have this special cake, rich plum cake that we have brought for you as well.
Wow.
So sweet.
So every Christmas season, throughout the season we give the British rich plum cake to each other as a gift, as a Christmas gift. So
Oh, that's wonderful. Sab kuch
That's
aapas mein hi
special.
rahe hain.
No, to the families as well. To the families as
It's
well.
just a metaphor everybody uses in their family, so
Yes.
just to kind of tease you on this very festive occasion. Joshua, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
How is it spending Christmas with your wife?
Yeah, it's great.
And for all of those people who might not know, Palvisha and Joshua are married as well. So, I think it's a great feel, it's a great vibe as well. As couples, how do you celebrate Christmas? I think that's something which is very important.
And has it changed?
Because we kind of look forward to spending the day with our boyfriends as well, and going out, pick-up party and all of that. So how do you guys do it?
As Dad said that, Christmas is about families and families spend it together. So it's not just about the couple.
Yeah.
We spend it together as a family. Everywhere we go throughout the Christmas season, we go together as a family.
Mashallah.
So we spend most of the Christmas season with our
So
families.
since he mentioned that, all my children are grown up now, so they know what I need, what do you think of the gift, now when you were actually thinking of your father that, okay, what will he need, So what did you get for him?
it's a tradition. I always gift him cufflinks.
You always give
Yeah,
him?
yeah.
Cufflinks and
That must be
wallets
so easy
with
as
my
well.
name
Yeah.
printed on that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think
yes.
that's what, otherwise, nobody would know it's your wallet, right? The dad's wallet.
No, they know.
The dad's wallet. And I think I have done similar things myself as well. So, for example, so I'll get a perfume for myself or cologne. I'll go gift it to my father and put it in his room, and then every time I'm stepping outside the house, I'll go and just take a few and leave out. And then he's like, hey, you know what, you gifted it to me. Did that ever happen to you? Joshua came to you, Dad, yaar, wo cufflink you पिछले साल दिए थे, जरा देना, please.
It happens every day. I go to his room and he comes to my room, and we even share sort of our jackets.
Wow.
वो size 1 है हमारा, so
Alhamdulillah.
it's just walking into the closet and.
But you know what? This is the most interesting bit as well, and that is that first of all that we get to kind of celebrate Christmas and that too with an entire family.
Yes.
I knew
We're
that
so happy.
both of you are married, but I never knew that he was your father. So I think that's something interesting I got to know now. And Shiza, imagine that father looks younger than the son.
Well, and you both have been here before, and we never made it out that you guys are actually related, which is brilliant. But now I don't want to make it a serious discussion, but I really want you to answer one particular question, which is so important for hundreds of thousands of people that you are first of all representing now, because you're a part of, or rather, you're the voice of them as well, speaking to the government directly. Yeah. So let us know what are some of the projects you're working on for them, or what are some of the voices that you particularly took forward that weren't being heard?
Okay, I think the most important thing is that we are working on a national policy on interfaith harmony.
Wow.
We worked on a draft.
Okay.
And that draft is, I think, almost through. I think it's with the Prime Minister's Secretariat now. And basically what we are trying to do through that policy is to bring the dialogue at the very grassroots level. We sort of, sit in 5-star hotels and we talk about it, and we
and
sort of
forget.
and then forget, and it's like preaching to the converted, right? So what we are trying to do is sort of, to bring it down to the grassroots level. If something happens, it shouldn't be us, it should be the society, it should be the community, all of us standing together and trying to sort of resolve an issue, and it should be from the very, very grassroots level. I mean, where the church and the mosque and the mandir can get together, and we should not be sort of doing stuff, it should be them, and sort of, we should be living in a society where we respect and where we accept each other.
On humanitarian grounds. That's what it is. Wonderful.
Exactly.
Everybody's equal, ladies and gentlemen, and that's how we live in Pakistan, alhamdulillah, in peace and harmony, and that too with everybody as well. And I think that's the best part of this country. Thank you very much, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who was born on the same day as well. And now I think it's about time that we sing a carol on this Christmas together as a family. So let's do that. You guys take the lead and we will join in. Go ahead. Who's going to sing first?
Which one?
Which one?
Whichever one you want to sing.
Okay, yeah.
Which one are we doing?
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oh, yes. I know some lines.
Exactly. So Rahul, you are going to lead into it, okay?
Okay. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Wow. Once
Very
again, we
The
wish
songs
you
that
a
we
Merry
bring first.
Christmas.
Come on, Rahul.
Glad tidings we bring to you and your kins. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Wow, that's wonderful. Which is why, ladies and gentlemen, at this point of time, what we really need to do is that we need to call our entire team over here who are going to celebrate Christmas with us. We have the designer knives in our hands, and the plum cake will be here in a while. So we need a break for that.
Fancy.
We're heading out towards
A very short break. Stay tuned.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be having a plum cake over here. Christmas. Yes.
Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am so excited for this because, first of all, almost my entire team is here. My producer is going to be here just in a bit as well. We have all the guests over here too. Thank you guys for bringing us this cake as well on this very special occasion, which is a traditional delicacy. Yes. So, Shazad, why don't you do the honors? And this is dedicated to everyone celebrating Christmas today, to all our lovely Christian brethren, especially in Pakistan.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I think what we're going to do is ask for the permission. And can you say anything, you know, for New Year's as well? Any message you want to give out, please go ahead.
You know, I just want to say sort of may the new year brings prosperity, peace for Pakistan, and may we become one of the leading states in the world.
Inshallah. Ameen. Summa ameen. And with that, let's do it together. Everybody, you have to clap. Mr. Producer, please play the song and join us over here in the studios. You guys ready?
Iftikhar Bhai?
Iftikhar Bhai is with us as well. So let's do it together. Let's join hands. Come on. Everybody, we need to do it together.